Hey guys, so I need to also live stream on YouTube as well. So we're live streaming on different places today. Um, Let me just get that going, and then I need to get some tea going because I'm not really feeling too well. I'm not really feeling too well. Just like warming up. We just started. So guys, this is how we're gonna be normally doing these episodes. We're gonna be live streaming these episodes because it's easier for me to just do it live than having to you know, um pre-set up. So, guys, I'm going to let everybody get comfortable before we start. Yes, questions are allowed. Before we start, I just want to get some tea going because I'm not really feeling too well. But I got a lot to tell y'all. A lot has happened. A lot. You guys miss me? When you say yes, I am Nigerian descent. My parents are both Nigerian. My parents are both Nigerian. Yes, yes, yes. What's funny is I'm even shy to tell y'all. I'm shy. Like I'm literally shy to say. Like I'm shy to say it. I'm shy. I know it sounds weird, but I'm actually shy. Yes, I'm Yoruba. I'm of Yoruba descent. Yes, I am of Yoruba descent. Yes. People say I look evil. No, y'all gonna judge me. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, so this is why you've been gone all this while? Nah, wait. I gotta make sure. Wait, let me make sure I'm live streaming on YouTube before I get into anything. Somebody's being the enemy of progress. Y'all wanna see my dog? I'm not Ogun State. Jada, why you Jada, you talking too early. Relax, Jada. Relax. Y'all wanna see my dog? Y'all want to see my dog? He's on live stream today. Mabuki. His name is Bougie. So he's in the studio. He's just making a lot of. Let me move to this side so you guys can see me well. Why is it not working for YouTube? Thank you, guys. His name is Bougie. I first of all named him Captain, and then my man didn't like the name because that wasn't the name my mom gave him. And my man did not like the name, and he was like, "No, we need to keep him bougie. Like this dog is really bougie. Don't bite my stuff." He actually is bougie. Actually, he's a bougie dog. No, his name was Captain before, but then I changed it to bougie. He changed it back to bougie because he liked bougie better, and I didn't want to argue with him about it. So I'm like, you know what? Fine. I liked Captain. I liked Captain better, but whatever. Let me put him down. Bougie gonna spill all the tea. Bougie know all my business. He know all my business. He know what my butt crack look like and everything. He know all my business. All right, let me pour this tea out because I'm not really feeling too well. I'm feeling under the weather, but I did not want to miss this live. 'Cause I've been saying I was gonna go live. Hold on, guys. It's crazy how it's working on TikTok, but it's not working on YouTube. That's weird. Yes, it is. This happened too. This happened. This happened. I'm like I feel like I'm like in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm like what's the player? Like what's the player that got like two rings? I feel like I'm like in the NBA finals. Like I'm just always like winning the championships or something. So when I be telling y'all stuff, I be know what I'm talking about. I be know what I'm talking about. Thank you. Yes, it's that and there's something else. There's something else that's more hot. The T what? On YouTube. He wanna be seen so bad. Thank you. He wanna be seen so bad. Hold on. So today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about how to delay having sex with a guy in order for him to do more for you. Because if someone asks that question, and I think that's a very important question, I think that that's something everybody needs to understand because I feel like All right. I'm putting you down because you're doing too much. I feel like this is something that everybody needs to know, because I think that most times a lot of girls feel like they need to like sleep with a guy in order to get stuff, and you don't have to. So you just have to understand seduction. Seduction is really really important. I'm not picking you up. All right. You want to be seen? Be seen. All right. Hold on, guys. Did you shit somewhere? Get off my table. Get off my table. But okay, we're finally live on YouTube now. Good. All right, guys. Welcome back. Now we can officially start. Welcome back to the Next Door podcast. I am Bestie Next Door, and I'm like your bestie next door. If you like your tea to be extra, extra sweet, then this place is not for you because we like our tea to be sweet and bitter. Sweet enough that it goes down, bitter enough to wake us up. Now, guys, let me make my tea. See, YouTube, you guys are a little bit late because I was talking already on TikTok because it was giving me a hard time to go live on here. I don't know why, but I'm happy to be live now. I have a lot of stuff to share. I know I've been gone for a pretty long time. Not long, but just a few weeks, and that's usually not me because I'm always posting back to back. But before we get started, let's pour me some tea first because I need me some tea. I actually need tea because I'm really not feeling well. All right. So, so, how's everybody's day going so far before we get started? Thank you. Before we get started, okay, on YouTube, I just want to be clear on what we're talking about. On YouTube, we are talking about how to. Ooh, I hope my sound is off, not off. Oh, okay, YouTube. All right, good. So on YouTube, I hope you guys see my next caller shirt. Y'all see my next caller shirt? Y'all see what's going on? Y'all see what's going on? Y'all see what's going on? The next caller shirts are available. But anyways, we are talking about how to delay having intercourse with a guy to get him to do more for you. But before I get into that, I have a lot of things to tell you guys. I gotta spill my own tea. Guys, if anybody can guess what it is, Jada, you are not Jada, do not talk. Jada, do not comment. If you're still on TikTok, do not comment. I have something important to tell you guys, and I really need to share it with you guys so you guys can have an idea as to why I've been gone for a few weeks. Yes, I'm engaged. That's also there, but just guess. Just guess. I want you guys to guess. I want you. You know what's funny is I'm really shy to tell you. I don't know why I'm scared. I'm shy to tell you like y'all like my parents or something. I'm shy to tell y'all. Jada, sit out. Jada, sit this one out for me, baby girl. Sit this one out for me, baby girl. Please, please. Yes, that is what it is. I am pregnant, guys. That's what it is. That's the tea. I'm pregnant. Not new crib. This is still at the studio. Same stuff. I'm pregnant. So that's what the tea is. I want to tell y'all a story about this whole pregnancy thing too. Thank you. Thank you. I want to tell you guys the tea about this whole pregnancy thing before we get into the episode because I feel like this is something that a lot of women struggle with which would be fertility. Um, so I am married. Don't ask me. Don't see. Look, if you're about to say, "Oh, but you're not married," and you see a ring on my finger, you're really being retarded. I'm gonna kick you out. I'm about to have some moderators kick some people out because now you're gonna piss me off. Don't fucking piss me off. Like, don't even piss me off. Like, don't even piss me off. Um, yes, my parents already know. My parents know already. So this is like I've been. It's been weeks. You guys are just late. I'm just saying it now. Um. Anyways, so um, like a year or like 2 years ago. All right. You know what? Hold on. Let me kick this person out because this is where we get. This is where. Oh, I can't even kick you out. I can't even kick you out. I can't even kick you out. Jesus Christ. Because I'm gonna have to go behind the camera and press the moderator or something. Because I'm not behind the camera. All right. So, anyways, do you guys want to hear about my? Do you guys want to hear about the story with like fertility, or do you guys want me to skip that and get to the topic? So just tell me first, so I know I'm not just talking what you guys don't want to hear. Thank you. Thank you. All right, story. So, guys, let me tell you how I even started this whole TikTok. Okay. All right, I'm gonna say the story. I'm gonna say you wait. All right, I'm gonna say the story. I'm gonna make it really short. I'm gonna make it really, really short. I'm not gonna make it long. It's not gonna be long. Yeah, I'm already far, so nobody could do nothing. I'm already in my. I don't look like it, but I'm already in my second trimester, so nobody could really do nothing. So, anyways, yeah, I know what you're saying, Bria. That's why I was offline for a while. I know what you're saying, Bria. Absolutely, you're absolutely right about that. But I'm already far along, so there's nothing like nothing nobody could do. It's not early. I just don't look like it. I don't know why. I just don't look like it, but I am. Anyways, so let me tell y'all what happened 2 years ago. So I want to make this really clear to you guys, right? So in my last, when I was like 23, 24, I think I told you guys about my ex fiance that I was dating or whatever the case may be that I left. The one that was a narcissistic guy and whatever, whatever. So this is why, like, sometimes, and I'm only saying this story because I really want you guys to understand that sometimes it's all about destiny and you can't rush the process. This is what I want to get to, right? Because when I was dating my ex fiance always made me feel so bad because I was not getting pregnant with him at all. Like, I felt like you'll think, like, people will ask me, like, are you on birth control? And I'm like, I'm not on no birth control. The only thing that's controlling this whole situation is God and my ancestors, because he was trying. Yes, girl. He was trying to get me pregnant. And it's funny because imagine if I had a kid with him and I left him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been so much baggage for me to like find somebody else, especially how quick I left him in a year, as opposed to like how it is now. And at that point, like, I used to cry so much about it because he used to take me to all these fertility doctors and they will all say nothing is wrong. I gotta take my time. I can't be stressed. He was like, I mean, this man was trying so hard to get me pregnant, and but God, I'm telling you, but God, I was not getting pregnant. So at one point, I was thinking like, yo, something is wrong with me. Like, something is really wrong with me. That's what I was thinking. So now, fast forward, fast forward now, I'm with my person now. We've been together for like over 3 years, right? So he also was thinking the same thing for the first year or so. For the first 2 years, he was thinking the same thing. But I don't know what it is. I just think that my body, like, I always had this pact to myself when I was like young. I always said that I want to be rich before I have a kid. Like, I always had this like mentality of, trying, like, being stable in life before I want to, bring a kid into this world. I wouldn't want to bring a kid into this world with a guy that I'm not too sure about, or a guy I don't want to be with, or a guy that's ugly. I look, I pay attention to all those things, especially a guy who's broken ugly. No, you get what I'm saying? So, um, 2 years ago, before I started this TikTok, and I'm just giving you guys a little tea about me, because before I started this TikTok, I had a what you call an ectopic pregnancy, and ectopic pregnancy is basically where the pregnancy is in the fallopian tube, and it really crushed me so bad. But I'm the type of person that bounces back from any like disappointment. So when that happened to me in January, which was 2 years ago, like, I end up making this TikTok literally 2 months later, and it blew. Look how big it blew up. You get what I'm saying? Like, look at my followers and things like that. It blew up. So I'm saying all this to say, and now look at me, 2 years, 2 years now. Look at what happened. A blessing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying this to say to you guys, like, sometimes you may think that you want something at the moment, but it's not the right time. I just want to say that. So don't rush the process. Don't think like whether it be business, whether it be love, whether it be whatever it is. I'm just giving you guys this advice because this is what I've learned in life. Like, if it's not time, it's not time. Don't rush the process. And that's what I learned with this whole situation because it was so. Let me tell you, when I found out. I can't tell y'all when I found out, but when I found out, I was so surprised. I was like, how the hell? I was like, yo, how the hell am I? Like, I was irritated. Actually, I was actually irritated. I went to do a blood test and I found out I was. I was like, damn, do I even want to? Like, I don't even want to do this because I'm like, I'm trying to continue my whole journey with YouTube and things like that. But they always say babies are blessings, so we're just keeping it like that. So, okay, wait. Yeah, yeah, it wasn't, and that's what I'm saying. My ex fiance. Now, remember, guys, what I was saying in the story. Before I get to the topic, I'm gonna get to the topic. But My ex fiance wanted to get me pregnant so bad because he wanted to trap me. That was all it was. And when we first started dating, I really thought I was going to be with him until I started seeing his true colors. So it really was because he was going to trap me. Because now, imagine, no, think about it. I told you the story about my ex fiance, how I took his Rolex to leave, all of that. Imagine now if I was pregnant, how am I leaving? Imagine if we had a kid, how am I going to leave? Like he's stuck with me forever. You know what I'm saying? And then like physically, I don't even find him that. Now that I'm out of the relationship, I now look at him like, damn, I can't even believe that I was even, you know what I'm saying? Like about to say I want to spend the rest of my life with you, like, as opposed to the guy I'm dating now that I'm actually like, I'm physically attracted to. Like we match each other a lot. Like I think we're not alike, but I think we're not alike, but we match each other a lot. But anyways, um, hold on, I'm trying to read some of these comments. Yeah, it was protection. It was protection. It was protection. So that's why I just want to say that story to you guys because now I can explain like when something is not time, it's not time. Don't rush it. Like you'll feel like you're in love with somebody and you'll wonder why things are not working because that person is really not for you. Now let's get into the next topic. Oh, I didn't even know you guys are here. Okay, wait, the sound is not good here? The sound is not good? Is the sound okay? Wait. Oh wow, hold on. Let me end this stream and come back. Let me try to see if I can fix it. Sorry guys, sorry on YouTube. Sorry guys, TikTok. I'm just trying to fix this. I'm really trying to use this content over because I want to use this content over and post it on TikTok too as well. So that's why I got to make sure all the sound and everything is okay. But it looks like the sound here is not good. So I don't know. I'm trying to fix it now. I don't know, but it looks like it's. Well, I don't know. Ah, I don't know. Anyways, anyways, guys, let's talk about this topic. We're talking about how to delay having sexy with a guy before him actually doing things. Now, you know why this topic is really important because a lot of times a lot of girls feel like they need to have sex with a guy in order to get certain things from a guy. And you don't need to use your body as a reward. You don't need to use your body in order for you to get what you want from a guy. You need to understand packaging and seduction, right? So, if you think about most of guys, I gotta check this my TikTok because I don't know what the hell's happening. Okay, the sound is better on TikTok. Let me try to end it and then come back. I think something's wrong with this. Okay. All right. I'm sorry guys. I'm just trying to like what I'm seeing on my side and what you guys are seeing is different. So I'm just trying to make sure everything is okay. So it sounds like the sound is good on TikTok. All right, cool. So what was I saying? Yeah. So most of the time, a lot of women feel like they need to have sex with a guy in order to get certain things from him, and that's not the case in most situations. You just have to know how to package yourself. Because think about it like this, right? If you look at all these like Instagram girls that have majority follow, okay, I can't even use them as examples because most of them be selling pussy anyway. So I can't even say, oh, the Instagram girls, because they all be selling pussy. But like just think about it, like you got to understand like a man is only doing the utmost because he wants to get in between your legs, right? We all know that. So if he's not already doing the utmost for you in the beginning, then why would you be wasting your time there? That's the next caller immediately, because clearly if he's not doing it before, then what makes you think that after he's going to do more? And that's, what I'm talking. Listen, let me say something. A lot of guys, a lot of guys usually um hold on, let me try. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really distracted. Hold on, let me just try to get this live stream going on YouTube because this is what's really pissing me off. Like I have too many different things going on, so it's really like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's too much. All right. Anyways, I'm just probably gonna have to use the TikTok and put it on YouTube. I don't know what's going on because this is just weird. Like this whole thing is just weird. Let me see. All right. So I don't know what's gonna happen here, but anyways, so yeah, um, I forgot what I was saying. Hold on, guys. I forgot what I was saying. Hold on, hold on, guys. Okay, so yeah, like the trick is most times most guys like to make you feel like the moment you sleep with them, they're gonna do more for you because you have to flirt with him. You have to make him feel like he's going to, but he's not. Every time he thinks he's about to, you pull away. That's how you get him to do more. You get him to be hungry. You get him to have that imagination that, yo, it's gonna be so sweet when I have this girl. That's how you have to be. You can't just be the type of girl that, you know, he touches you and you're like, oh no, or you make him feel like you want to be hard to get. Like that's the thing about guys. What I realized, and I'm telling you guys from experience, I realized one thing about guys: when you try to act all hard and like oh all serious, like don't touch me or don't do this, they don't really want to spend on you because they feel like, you know what, I'm wasting my time. She's just trying to get me for money and leave. But you gotta know how to play the game. Sometimes it's all about you see those girls that act all innocent, that act like they don't have their life together. Usually they always get the good guys and they always get guys to spend a lot of money on them because they know how to play the fucking game. Now, how do you play the game? It's just more so of a you laugh, you giggle, you tap him on his shoulder, you tap him on his chest, you laugh. If he tries to touch you, you don't have to be like, don't touch me. Just like, and then when he tries to force that whole sex on you, when he try to force, oh, let's have sex, you tell him, what's the rush? You make him feel guilty. Because one thing is this, right? Men are good manipulators. Men are really good manipulators. So if we already know that men are good manipulators, we need to know how to master manipulation. And when they try to force to lay down with you, you be like, what's the rush? You make him feel guilty for even rushing. Because why is he rushing if he's getting to know you? Because you want to get to know him. You need to let him know that you are the prize. I am the prize. So I don't just sleep with any guy that I meet just because I like them. I need to get to know them. I need to see what they offer me. You need to let him, it needs to linger, but you don't need to make it linger to the point where it's exhausting. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, right? You don't want it to linger to the point where it's exhausting. You want it to be, hold on, guys. I gotta read you guys' comments because I know you guys are asking questions, but I can't really see, right? You don't want it to be like, oh, don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Oh no, no, no. You want it to be more so like, not right now, babe. Not now. And then we listen, you gotta get him by the balls. And when you got him by the balls, you're like, yeah, babe, something happened with my car, or I need my rent paid, or I need something for my school, or I need my hair done, or I need, you know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something that I've learned in 2023. Don't be asking no man for no $200, $300. We are past that level in 2023 because at this point, guys are always going to rate you by the way you rate yourself. Understand that. And I want to make that really, really, really clear. You should not be asking no guy for $200, $300. That's low. That's chicken change because you should have that already. If you want to be asking for money, it should be like 500, 1,000. And don't tell me, oh, what economy? Listen, it's only people who have a poor mentality that think that it's only people that have a poor mentality think that there's no money. There's money. Trust me. Don't believe the whole shenanigans. There's money. Somebody right now is buying a Ferrari. Somebody right now is buying a plane. Somebody right now is just spending 20,000 in the Chanel store. Somebody right now is spending 50,000 in Louis Vuitton store. So you can't tell me there's no money because everything is still open. Because if there's no money, if the economy is so bad, then why are there so much designer stores still open? Restaurants are still open. Shit is still happening. Plane tickets are sold out. Expense shit is happening, right? So you got to change your mindset first and stop thinking like, oh, in this economy, he's not gonna be able to afford that. he should be able to afford that. And if he can't afford that, look, next caller. You shouldn't even be talking to a guy that can't afford to give you $500 because you can give yourself. It's not about. I want you guys to understand something. It's not about dealing with a guy like it's not about just oh you need to be with a guy that has money and blah blah blah. It's about that, but at the same time, because you can do it for yourself. So why would you want to deal with a guy that can't do more than you can do for yourself? If you can afford to give yourself $500, $300, then why would you want to deal with a guy that can't do that? Has nothing to do with gold digging. I be hating when I be seeing this whole thing where they be like, "Oh, you're a gold digger. You're this. You're that." How can a woman be a gold digger for wanting to deal with a man that's on her level? It makes no sense. Let's sip tea for that. Hello. I'm gonna repeat that again. How can a woman be a gold digger if she wants to deal with a guy that's on her level or a level that's higher? Hello. It's only broke men that make you feel like you wanting a man that's financially stable or wanting a man to be a provider, you're a gold digger. So don't even all those brokey talks. Oh, she's a gold digger. Oh, you with a guy for money? No, sir. I could afford to give me $300. I could afford to give me $500. I could afford to pay $500 for myself. So why would I want to date a guy that's less? All because of what? Absolutely not. If you can't give me $500, go date a girl in your tax bracket. Go listen. There's a girl for every guy on every level. If a guy can only afford $100, there's a girl that can afford. There's a girl that would accept him only giving her $100. But don't come to a babe that needs 500, 1,000, 2 bands, 3 bands, and call her a gold digger because you can't afford it. When there's guys out there that can afford that, no. She's not a gold digger. You're broke. Go deal with a girl that's on your level that can afford $100. That do $50 sets for her nails. You know what I'm saying? That wear the cheap weaves. That shopping rainbow. Nothing wrong with shopping in rainbows. But deal with that girl on your level. Don't come to the big dogs and expect the big dogs to lower their level because they want to because just to impress you to make you happy. No, it's not giving that. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Go deal with the $1 girl. Go deal with the $1 girl. Don't come over here to the babe. Don't come over here to where we already getting our own money. We already doing our own thing. We already experienced life. Don't come over here saying, "Oh, you a gold digger," or "You, I can't do what." Yeah, you can't afford me. You see the Louis Vuitton store. You know how you walk by the Louis Vuitton store and look at it and have hopes and dreams of wanting to afford it. That's how you need to look at me. I'm like the Louis Vuitton store. If you can't afford me, don't approach me. Hello. Because these guys be having it all messed up, talking about some, oh, you're this, you're that. Sips tea. Sips tea. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the gift, guys. Oh, let me tell you, I have a cash app now. So if you want to send me a dollar, $5, you know what I'm saying? Holla at your girl, Bestie next door. That's my cash app. Random thought. Sorry, I just thought about that. But you know what I'm saying, guys. I'm open for questions. If you guys have any questions, this tea is making me feel so much better. My throat was on fire. My throat was on fire. Because the funny thing about it is when I was in my early 20s, I used to have this mindset too of not like, and another thing I want to say is this. Don't ever feel like it's wrong for wanting what you want from a man. Don't ever feel like that. I used to feel like that in my early 20s. I'm in my late 20s now. I used to feel like that. I used to feel like, damn, because I want this, I'm wrong excuse me, I'm wrong for wanting this from a man. But it's like a man wants something from me, and what I have in between my legs is priceless. Because understand this, as women, what we have in between our legs is priceless. We bring life. We without us, I mean, we also need men to put, to pollute the world as well. But we nurture. So a lot of times, men are making money, getting nice cars, getting the nice watches just to impress us. So if we know that fact, then why are we not using it to our advantage? Why? Why not? Like, why not? This has something to do with prostitution. It's not about what you call it, um, back for ground, money on dresser. It's not about that. It's more so about I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. All right. Okay. How to move from a doormat to being the prize? There's a level up guy coming out soon. I was supposed to release this level up guy since August. I've been saying it and I have not been doing it. but I have this guide coming out sometime this month, sometime next month. It's a level up guide with also seduction. It's really going to help you with that as well, and how to be seductive, because I think that's the best way. You First of all, let me tell you this: if you want to change from being a doormat to leveling up, I'm just going to give you this tip. You need to change the way you look at yourself. You need to start with changing your image. A lot of times, I'm not trying to offend nobody, but some girls be looking really cheap. They be looking really cheap and they want a rich man to change their life. No, you need to first of all look rich, be rich, and it don't have to be with finances. Like, looking rich don't have to be with, oh, I got 10, 20,000 in my bank account. That's cute, but it's all about your energy. Because when you walk through the door, your bank account, what you do for a living, is not going to speak. It's going to be your energy. So your energy needs to be radiant. Your energy needs to be giving, yo, she's that girl. Like, nobody, like, you know what I'm saying? It needs to be given that, because there's a lot of girls that are like, have, seven figure paying jobs, and they have seven figures in their bank account, but when they walk through the door, you look at them and you want to look away. And there's girls that when they walk in the door, they're like, yo, I don't even care what she does, because you know what, I want to give her the opportunity. You want to be the girl that when they see you, they want to give you the opportunity. You get what I'm trying to say? Because in this life, it's all about opportunity. Thank you. It's all about opportunity. Thank you for the gift. Okay, hold on. You guys' comments are going really fast. Thank you for the gift. Okay, all right. You know what? Let me tell you something. I want to answer this person's comment, because they asked me how to move on from an older man that's using you and you're not getting anything from it. I'm telling you right now, and I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from experience. I'm telling you from experience. These older guys know how to play the effing game. They know how to play with you. I'm telling you. They know how to manipulate you in the way that they'll make you feel wrong for wanting what you want at your age. And you have to be very stern. That's what you have to be. If you know he's not doing nothing for you, he's not adding no value to your life, cut him off. Don't allow him to continuously manipulate you. That's what happened in my last situation when I was going to get married to a narcissistic man. He was 10 years older than me, but I can't lie and say he wasn't doing nothing for me, because he was. He was always getting me nice bags, flying me different places. So I can't even say that, but I'm just using that as an example to say that you need to be stern. That's why I say, when you're dating an older guy, and when I say older guy, I'm not talking about 5 years. I'm talking about a whole generation. I'm talking about the guys that'll be like 40, 50, and you're like 20. What the hell is he going to do with a 20-year-old? Let's be honest. These older guys come in my comments talking about some, oh, you're a gold digger. Oh, this, bro, why can't you get, sir, you're a grandpa. You're shooting dust. What do you want to do with a 20-year-old besides be her sugar daddy and exchange the excitement of life? Because that's basically what you want. You want to feel young again. You want to be with a young girl because you want to feel young again. You want to have that fresh energy around you. So you got to pay for that fresh energy. It's like the spa, sweetie. Ain't shit free. Hello. I'm sorry. So when you're dealing with the older guy, you always have to. That's why I always say this, and I'm gonna say this again because I've said it in my episodes. But some of you may not have watched me on YouTube, so you wouldn't know like the full length of the episodes I've been talking about. But when you're dating an older guy, you already know you're not gonna get married to him, right? You already know that. Like, all right, I'm 20, he's 50, he's 45. There's a slight chance you may fall in love. I'm not saying you can't fall in love with an older guy. Chances are you may, but at the same time, it's like, it's going to be one thing about dealing with the older guys is the understanding. It's going to be hard for you guys to understand each other, because you coming from a different generation and he comes from a different generation. You may want to go out and have fun and go out for drinks, and he may want to stay home and just watch TV. So it's all about, like, one thing I want to say about marriage and like dating, it's all about when you're getting married to someone, it's all about like understanding. You get what I'm saying? Like, you guys have to understand each other. That's the only way a relationship works, when it has understanding. So now when it comes to dealing with an older guy, you need to have a plan. What is your plan? All right, cool. I'm already enrolled in school. I already pay my own rent. I already pay my own car note. All right, what can I use him for? You need to be thinking about that. You can't just go dating an older guy like, oh, I'm just having fun. I'm just seeing where it goes. It's not the ocean. You don't need to go with the flow. This is not the ocean. You need to know exactly what you're doing, because when you go with the flow, that's when they start playing in your face. Because you know what they do is they take you to a little restaurant, they start manipulating you, and then before you know it, they sleep with you. And once they sleep with you, game over, because now you're gonna be hooked. You see, that's how these men really checkmate women, by sleeping with us. Because the moment they sleep with you, they know that you're going to be wrapped around their finger. Because why? You're not going to be giving your body to anybody. You're going to want to give your body to that person, especially if the D was good. You're only going to want to give it to him. So they know that. They know that manipulation of, okay, I got to find a way to make sure that I can lay down with her before I do anything with her. You get what I'm trying to say? So you gotta remember, think about all the guys that you ever dated. I want you to right now, before I even say the next thing, but when I sip my tea, I want you to think about all the guys you ever dated. Just think about it, right? Have you noticed that before you lay down with them, they added pressure, and then the moment you laid down with them, they just kind of changed? Think about it. Think about that for a second. Think about it. So if they know that's if you know, like if you see that always happening, that damn, why is it that when I first started dating a guy, in the beginning he's always adding so much pressure, like he's always making sure I'm good, he's always making, but the moment I lay down with him, all of a sudden he don't want to answer my text messages, he's not returning my calls, or he's taking time to answer my calls. Wrap around finger. So you know what you got to do, like I said, it's all about illusion. It's all about illusion. You got to play around, you got to laugh, you got to be like don't sleep with him until you get what you want to get from him. And even if you don't want to sleep with him, you don't have to. Make sure you actually know who this guy is, because you know what these men do? They know how to have a poker face. They know how to pretend until they get what they want. After you lay down with them, that's when they show you their true colors. But before, they're not going to show you their true colors because they don't want to chase you away. So you need to use that to your advantage. You need to understand that, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm going to also have a poker face as well, because I need to get what I need to get from him. And most of the time, you know what tends to happen when women is this. What used to happen is this. Women tend to be too open. Don't be too open on the first date. Don't start telling him about your ex. Don't start telling him about what you do. Don't start. You need to act like an actress. You need to put on that Marilyn Monroe. Like you need to just like like be flirtatious, be fun. When he thinks about you, it needs to be fun. It needs to be a breath of fresh air. He don't need to think about, damn, if I go on a date with her, she's going to be asking me so many questions. No, you're not there for that. You need to have it will get to that point where you're going to get to the point where you're getting to know him and you're going to ask him questions, but keep it refreshing, keep it fun. That's how you get what you want from these guys. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I will not tell you. I'm only telling you guys from experience, and I'm only telling you guys from what I've seen. Most of the girls that I know that try not to take it too serious in the beginning and be more flirtatious are the ones that always get exactly what they want from the guy. Because why? They're fun. They know how to work their P power. It's a P power. They know how to work it. And now, if they decide to want to sleep with the guy, they do. Now, there's some guys that force themselves on you. They try to force yourself and say, "Oh, why are you not sleeping with? Why are you not? Why are you not laying down with me?" And this is where you have to know how to use your feminine energy. And you have to look at him. I said this in the beginning of this episode. I'm gonna say it again. You have to look at him. You got to say, "Baby, why are you rushing? Babe, what's the rush? Are we getting to know each other? Do you see, girl? Do you see how do you see how the way I just said that? How I just finessed you? You see how I just finessed you just by saying that? Like, babe, what's the rush? Aren't we getting to know each other? Like I'm here with you. Why are we rushing? I'm here with you. Why are we rushing? I'm not going nowhere. Like, you see what I'm saying? You see? Do you see what I'm trying to say? You see how that was just like it's gonna make it's manipulation, reverse psychology. It's gonna make him think to himself, like, you know what? Why am I rushing? Like, she's fun. Like, I don't want to end this, because men always like to stay where it's fun. So it's like he's gonna think to himself, like, you know what? I don't want to end this. I don't want it to be like all serious. Yeah, let me just relax. You're gonna, then you just touch him on his leg, touch him on his shoulders. You give him a pet. On the side, little laugh, little giggles. You know what I'm saying? Little. If he try to touch your breast, you don't like. Don't make him feel like. I'm gonna tell y'all where most of y'all mess up. Most of you guys mess up with guys who want to do things for you by making him already know that you're not going to sleep with him. That's where you guys mess up. So the game I'm giving you now is illusion, manipulation, illusion. Hello, listen. One thing my man could tell you about me, he'll be like, "Yo, you are the queen of manipulation. I will manipulate the fuck out of any situation. I'm telling you. So what I'm telling you, try what I'm telling you, and you're gonna see what I'm saying." Okay, wait. I think I had some comments. Okay, what if you don't want to sleep with him until marriage? Okay, if you don't want to sleep with him until marriage, then that's where it's kind of more serious. I'm not talking about people, I'm not talking about you that's trying to be serious. If you're trying to be serious and you want to, like, it's kind of like this, right? All right, let me ask you. I want to ask you guys this question because that's a good question. What if you don't want to sleep with him till marriage, right? So let me ask you a question. When you go shopping, right? Are you gonna buy an item before you see it? Like, let's say you need a T-shirt. Are you gonna buy an item before you see it? You need to see a preview of what you're buying, right? Right? I want you guys to answer that real quick for me. So exactly. You're gonna want to like it's you listen. Let me say something. You can't try to say, "Oh, I want to keep it to a map." You know, there's other people that say that crap, and I'm not gonna say it's crap. But listen, I'm Bessie next door. You know, I always say that as it is. I'm not gonna be sitting here trying to feed y'all a whole bunch of things that's unrealistic. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna. I don't even sit here and tell y'all, "Oh, my man is so perfect." No, he be doing shit that embarrassing as well because men are embarrassing. So I'm not here to feed y'all one like, "Oh, yeah, wait till marriage," or you got no. When you go shopping, are you going to buy an item that you've never seen before? Absolutely not. Yeah, in some situations it does work out like that where you do wait until marriage, but it's not only about you, it's about him. You want to know who he is because most of the time we all have this idea in our head about marriage and this is the same thing that happened to me. We all have this idea in our head about marriage, and we want to be married and we want to be in love, but we don't pay attention to the partner. You got to pay attention to the partner. You don't want to sit there and go buy a product, and when you finally buy it, it's not your size or it's not comfortable. That's the same way it goes for marriage. So you don't want to sit there and say, "Oh, I'm holding my goodies I'm holding my goodies until marriage," and then you finally get married, and then you find out his D is little. You find out he's abusive. You find out a whole bunch of things from him. You find out a whole bunch of things about him that you could have avoided had you had known what the product was before purchasing. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Right. No, whoever said that, shout out to her. Just ask to see it before marriage because you know what? You know what? I don't compromise on that. I listen, you got to be able to please. I need to be pleased. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you, like, ain't no way I'm gonna sit there like dealing with a shrimp, and then no, absolutely not. Sorry, sorry. Yeah, no sex before marriage is a hard one. The only way is if you date a guy that's on that same timeline as you. I promise you, that's the only way. If you date a guy that respects that, like a guy that wants to date a virgin, yes. But most of the time, like it's funny because like I mentioned, a lot of times men know how to pretend. So a man can play the poker face. Like men are so manipulative. Like you guys don't understand. Like men are so embarrassing. Like they will sit there and really marry you just because they want to sleep with you, and then after a while do a whole bunch of dumb shit just to get divorced. Like that's how far a man will go. A man will go that far. So you really need to know how he is and what kind of person you are marrying and the family that you're also marrying into. Because there's so many stories that I've heard of women waiting till after marriage. And there's so many other stories that are successful as well. I can't I'm not trying to like, you know, I'm not trying to like downgrade the women that do wait until marriage, but I'm just telling you the facts. Like this is just me telling you the facts because realistically, that's not happening all the time right now, especially in 2023, sweetie. That's not happening. I'm sorry. Some men will sit there and pretend to be a good man and pretend to be all holy. And I'm telling you, I'm telling you, some men will sit there and to be all holy and act like they're all spiritual, and then when it's time to strike, they strike, and then boom, they're done. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Yes, I'm gonna start doing these lives every day. I'm gonna start doing these lives every day because usually I usually post a lot of podcast episodes and I post it on YouTube, but I want to start doing more live podcast episodes because I'm tired of setting up. I'm tired of editing. I'd rather just be raw and talk like this and answer questions than just having to pre set up. That's why I'm doing it like this now. But Next question. Okay. Okay. When is a good timing? Okay. Manipulation is all about reverse psychology. So you as a woman, right? We have a lot of power. You know what they say about us women? Like you can't hurt a man physically, but you can hurt a man mentally. Now, let me tell you something. Most of the time, a lot of women like to have this argumentative way about them, where they feel like they have to prove something to a man. What do I mean by that? Like a man will say, "Oh, I need a girl that's making X amount of money," and then all because you feel like you're not making that X amount of money, or you feel like he's downgrading you, or you feel like he thinks you're not making that X amount of money. You want to argue, or you want to argue, or you want to prove a point to him that you are. Most of the time, silence really work wonders on a man. So sometimes, right, what I mean by manipulation is this, right? Sometimes if you want a guy to do something for you, all you gotta do is stare at him. Stare at him and say nothing. Don't argue. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't be like, oh, but why? Or don't have an attitude. Just look at him and say, okay. Because you know in the back of your mind that, all right, what you won't do, somebody else would do. Now, I need to, like, you got to give me a scenario for me to explain manipulation. The only scenario I can give you is what I mentioned earlier with the whole getting what you want from a guy before laying down with him. That's the only example I could think of at the top of my head. But if you guys have any examples, then you can give me. Is it staticky? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Oh man. I'm gonna have to post it. I'm gonna have to re I'm gonna have to post this episode on YouTube then. Because I really have the whole live here. Okay. So to take you on a shopping date, for example, right? So you'll just be like, okay, so it depends. First of all, it depends. You gotta also understand this. When a guy, you have to know when to ask a man for money. This is what I also realized too as well. Like in my whole like just like dating and my man as well. Like if you have to read his mood. If he lost money or he didn't make no money, like he's not gonna want to spend no money. And I'm telling you, men are all always backed by finances. Anytime a man just made some money or whatever, he's excited. He's like, "Oh, babe, where you want to go?" So when you're in that situation, you be like, "Oh yeah, babe, I want to just go to the mall, babe. Can you take me to the mall to pick up a few things?" And make sure he comes with you in the store. Like, make sure he comes with you in the store. Pretend like you're gonna pay for it. Like, pretend like you're gonna pay for it, and then see if he's gonna pay for it. And when you see that he's willing to pay for it, obviously he should be able to and wanting to pay for it because he's not gonna want to be with you in a supermarket, be with you in a sorry, not supermarket. He's not going to want to be with you in a store and you're buying something and he's not paying. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he just made money. You have to know like you have to know who you're dating. You have to know who you're dating. I feel like the mistake that a lot of people make, a lot of women make is they want a Chanel bag from a guy that can only afford Aldo. If you know a guy cannot afford certain things that you want in life, stop going for him. Stop calling him broke. Don't waste your time. Just be like, you know what? There's a girl out there that's for you, but I'm just not that girl because I want X, Y, and Z, and you definitely cannot provide that. You get what I'm saying? So it's all about gauging a man's tax bracket within the first few dates. And that's what I want to say too. How do you gauge a guy's tax bracket? Now, in the first few dates, most of the time, women, we love to talk about ourselves. We're so guilty of always talking about ourselves. Don't talk about yourself too much. And I'm not saying that you need to sit there and be on mute. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is this: ask him more questions. Let him talk. You'll hear more. You'll know more about a guy in the first 2 days when you allow him to talk more and you watch his body language. Allow him to talk. Ask him certain questions. You don't need to ask him, oh, all the serious questions. Ask him more about him as a person, his finances, what he do. You don't need to ask him, oh, how much do you make? They're like, oh, so what's your favorite part about your job? Say something like that. That's how you'll start to know, okay, when you start pinpointing certain things like, oh, what's your favorite industry? Like what industry do you like? Are you in tech? Are you in when you start asking those certain kind of questions and you'll have an idea of, okay, he makes this amount of money or he's into this. If you say he's an entrepreneur, be like, oh, okay, so what's your field? What field are you into? What's your passion? You'll start to know just by asking those questions. Never upfront ask the guy, oh well, how much do you make? That's too upfront. You can't ask them that because they're gonna automatically feel like, all right, you know what? She clearly is after this. And you don't want a guy to, even though you know you're after what you're after, you don't want a man to feel like you're after that. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. You never want a guy to feel like You never want a guy to feel like you're after his pockets. Like you don't want him to feel like you're after his pockets. You want him to feel like I mentioned before, refreshed. So when you want to know how much he makes, you ask him questions like, "Oh, so what's your favorite thing about your job, or what's your favorite part about your job, and what do you love most about your job? What's your passion, or what's some things you would like?" When you start hearing that, you'll start knowing, okay, he's X, Y, and Z. He does because then all right, when you ask that question, it's like an open-ended question because now he's gonna start talking about his job altogether. And then with him doing that, he's going to tell you indirectly what he does without realizing that you just ask him, okay, what do you do? Because most of the time, on dates, I'm on dates, women be like, oh, what do you do? That's the common question, right? Women be like, oh, what do you do for a living? Don't ask that. Ask them, oh, so what's your favorite part about your job? Or, things like that. Allow him to talk. He's gonna tell you what he does. He's gonna start telling you, okay, well, this is it's gonna start coming. It's gonna start coming out like vomit. I promise you. Wait, tell her energy 100. Wait, okay, what's going on? Okay, any advice? Any advice on giving the cookie and he switches up on you? Okay, that's why I was just talking about that before. Um, you don't want to. That's what I'm trying to say. Guys usually change up after you give them the cookie. So you need to already have a plan about what it is you want from this guy, whether it be relationship or you want certain things from him, like material things from him, or you want to fling. It all up to you. And the thing is that you have to like not be too emotionally attached to him. Just because you gave him your cookie doesn't mean you need to be emotionally attached. You need to know how to be cold, and that's something that I mastered over the years, and it works like charm. It works wonders, me being cold. And I'm gonna tell you how to be cold, right? He calls you, hey, what's up? Oh, nothing. Okay. You don't answer the phone. This is how you be cold to a guy. Because when you're cold, remember this. Anytime you're warm, a guy's gonna be cold. When you're cold, a guy's gonna be warm. If he's not your man, like official man, that's how it goes. So when you're cold, he already knows, like, all right, he's probably a second option and you really don't care. But when you act like you care so much, he's gonna make you an option. You know what I'm trying to say? So let me repeat that again. When you make a guy feel like he's an option, he's gonna be warm to you. But the moment you make a guy feel like he's everything to you, he's gonna treat you like an option, right? So now let's say you gave him the cookie and now all of a sudden he's acting funny. You act funny as well because you make him feel like, well, your D wasn't that good. Manipulation. You know what I'm trying to say? Manipulation. Because now you calling him and you texting him and you feeling some type of way because he's acting funny after you gave him the cookie is only boosting his ego. It's only making him feel like, yeah, he's a man. You need to bring it down. Bring it down, sir. Because your D wasn't even that good. It wasn't even the best. That's how you need to act cold. Like your D wasn't even that good. Like I had better. Even though you probably was screaming, hold on. Even though you probably was screaming, squirming, make him feel like, sir, I gave you the cookie, but the sex wasn't even that good. So you're wasting my time. Make him feel like that. Don't make him feel like, oh my God, yeah, where are you? Oh my God, you didn't call me. Oh my God. No, it's not giving that. Wait, I'm gonna show you how to be cold. Even though you feel like inside you want him, but you have to be. I'm telling you, I do this on my guy and it works all the time. I kid you not. I wish I can show y'all like this big ass teddy bear and flowers he got me because he did something wrong and I was acting cold towards him, and then boom, he just bought me flowers and a big ass teddy bear and gave. But anyways, besides the point. So pretend he calling you. He calls you, right? You like hello. Usually, when a woman enjoy the sex and want a guy, be like, oh hello, yeah, what you doing? Oh yeah, I'm home. Oh, you want me to come over? No. Hello, what's up? Yeah, I'm good. How are you? That's good. And allow him to like stay quiet. I'm telling you, it gets awkward when you're quiet for 5 seconds. It's awkward. It gets awkward. It's like, all right, it's awkward. You don't want to be, because if you really like this guy, I'm trying to teach you how to manipulate him to get him to come into you without losing him completely. So now, losing him completely would kind of be like being more bitchy and not answering your phone when you know you want to talk to him because you can't help who you like. You know what I'm saying? You know you want to talk to him, so it's like you can't just be like, oh, I'm not gonna sit here and feed you the bullshit and say, oh, don't answer his call. Nah, answer his call, but you got to know how to stand on your ground, right? So Now, boom, you're on the phone with him. You're like, yeah. So he's gonna start talking about whatever he's talking about, and in the middle of it, be like, I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you back. I'm about to do something. Let me call you back. Hang up the phone. Right? Don't call him back. Don't call him back. Probably if you want to, see if he's gonna call you back. But if he doesn't call him back the next day and be like, oh hey, what's up? How are you? Like check in on him and act like y'all didn't speak the day before, right? And when you speak to him the next day, don't be warm. Don't be like, oh, sorry I didn't call you back. Just be like check in. Just be more like a check in. Like, oh, hey, what's up? How are you? Good? Okay, you ate? All right, cool. All right, then I'll talk to you later. Keep it, I'm telling you, it's gonna work. I'm telling you, keep it short and sweet. Don't be in a rush to want to see him. Every time he talk, all right, I'm gonna talk to you later. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna talk to you later. All right, have a good day. I promise you, he's gonna be wondering, like, all right, I just gave her the bestie I had. And why is she talking to me like this? Because as much as we think men don't think, men think as well. So he's gonna be thinking to himself like, "Damn, I gave her the bestie I had. I gave her all I had, and this how she talking to me. She don't even want to see me." And watch, he gonna be like, "Yo," he gonna call you back like, "What's up? Where you at?" Watch, where you at? I'm lying. Am I lying? He go like, "Where you at?" And you be like, "Oh, what happened?" He be like, "I want to see you right now." You gonna see? Just trust me. Trust me. Ladies, am I lying? Am I lying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. When you act all cold to him, he gonna be like, "Oh, where you at? I want to see you right now, right now." You be like, I'm at." Now that's when you start smiling. You be like, well, I'm somewhere. He, I'm like, where? I'm at the house right now. I was getting ready to leave in 5 minutes. He be like, I am coming. Hung up. He want to see you immediately because why? Especially if you know that you're good, like you're good looking, your energy is good, you're fun. Trust me, like you may think it's common. A pretty face is common, but good energy is not as common as you may think. So when you know that your energy is good, your energy is pure, and you're a fun person, and you're love, like when you know your value, like this is what I want to say. When you know your value as a woman, and you know that a guy dating you is a privilege, trust me, no matter what, it's gonna be hard for guys to not want to talk to you no more because you know guys be trying to be smart. Like I said, they try to manipulate you by making you feel like, okay, well after put you on your back, now I want to act funny. The reason why they usually act funny is because they want to have you wrapped around their finger. And the only way to manipulate that in your favor is to act cold. You got to act cold. You got to make them feel like, yo, yeah, I lay down with you, but it wasn't even that good. It wasn't even that good. Like you are like at the bottom. Even though you know it was good, you be like, you were at the bottom. Like your D was not even that good. So when he called you, be like, all right, I'm gonna talk to you later. I'm telling you it's gonna hurt his ego. I'm lying. If ladies, am I lying? Tell me if I'm lying. That man's gonna be hurt. Where you at? Where you at? I'm coming to see you right now. You be like, yeah, well, I'm going shopping with my friend and I don't have time. He be like, no, I'm coming in right now. I'm coming to pick you up. Look, 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 sweetie, look. See the game. I'm telling y'all this stuff for free. I'm telling y'all this stuff for free. I'm telling you, this is how you get. This is how you get them. This is how you get them. This is how you get them. You gotta know. You just gotta know how to manipulate them back. And that's why sometimes like not every guy that you and I'm not trying to make you guys, I'm not trying to say this in a way where you feel like you need to lay down with every guy. I'm not saying it like that. I'm just saying this sense that sometimes not every guy you lay down with you need to chase. You get what I'm saying? Not every, some guys you need to just give them the cold shoulder, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I don't even want to be bothered, like you're an option. You're an option. Like you're an option. Because the moment you start being all warm and like, baby, what you doing? Oh, baby, you wanted me to come over? Oh, baby, are you okay? How's your day going? He's gonna treat you like an option. He's gonna start giving you attitude. So you start giving him attitude, like, boy, your dick was this big. Even though it wasn't this big, it probably was like this big. Probably was. You know what I'm saying? You be like, it was this big. I can do better. Yeah. You reverse psychology, sweetie. I'm telling you, reverse psychology. Reverse. Look, whoever's in here saying that sleeping with a man before marriage is a dangerous game, Like everything is dangerous. You buying clothes without previewing it before you buy it is dangerous. It's a waste of investment. Like let's not I don't listen. I don't know what you're looking for. I don't know if you're looking for someone to come and feed you a whole bunch of lies and say, yeah, wait till I don't know what you're looking for. But I'm not going to do that because I live in a real world. In the real world, shit happens. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, wait for marriage because I'm engaged now, I'm married, and I want to tell you that it's but sis, look, even ring or not, I'm gonna still say it like it is. I don't care. I really don't care. Some people can do that and commends to you for doing that, but everybody's not like you. No, nobody. Some women don't even want to get married, and that's okay. That's okay. Like, let's stop forcing people into doing things they don't want to do because that's what you want. Like, just because I want to be a wife doesn't mean somebody else want to be a wife. So I'm not gonna sit here and be talking about, oh yeah, well for my husband, for my no, I'm what bestie next door. So I'm gonna talk to you like a best friend. Hello. Anyways, okay. Yeah, like what about scammers, girl? What about okay? Scammers are a little bit tricky because let me tell you. Let's talk about that, girl. Let me tell you. I when I tell you I've dated from A to Z, from A to I. Listen, I even dated a guy that was cockeyed. Like, like I even dated a guy that's cockeyed. So I look. When I tell you I got experience for days, I am not lying. I got stories for days. I boom. Um, no, I swear to God, yo, I don't even want to say his name because I don't know if somebody may. Oh, that's my man, and she's talking about my cockeyed man. My man that's cockeyed. I don't want to talk about. I'm not gonna talk about him, but I remember I dated this cockeyed guy, and you know what was the most disturbing thing about it? Because when you date somebody that's cockeyed, you don't want them to feel uncomfortable. So like every time we talking, I try not to look at him. You know what I do? I look at him at the middle of his forehead because I don't want. Wait, this is not funny. God forgive me, please. God forgive me. God forgive me. Every time I used to talk to him, I used to look at him in the middle of his forehead because I didn't want him to feel like I'm staring at his eyes too much because his eyes was just going everywhere. So I didn't want him to feel uncomfortable. So I used to just stare at him like I'm like, you know what? Bestie, respect yourself. Stare at his forehead. Like if I stare at his forehead, it's gonna look like in his eyes or him looking around, it's gonna look like I'm looking at him straight. So I have to stare at him in his forehead. So okay, for real though. Anyways, let's talk about these cameras. God forgive me, please. God forgive me, God. I will never say his name because I don't want anybody who's probably somebody that I know. I'm like, oh, I know him. That how you gonna talk about him like that? Let me just go on to the next. So now, of course, a lot of women have this thing where they want to date scammers, right? All right. One thing about a scammer is this, like, it's hard to like when you date a scammer, you have to like kind of like understand their lifestyle a little bit and kind of understand that it's gonna be up and down. That's one thing I could tell you. It's gonna be up and down. Like like a lot of girls like to go for those type of guys because they feel like, oh my god, he could afford to buy me certain things. But remember, as much as he's gonna have his up season and it's gonna be a low season. So if you're not ready to be there for the low season and the mid season, then don't even waste your time because it's just kind of like it's almost like dating an entrepreneur because doing a lot of people like to look down on them. A lot of people like to look down on them, but at the same time, they're actually entrepreneurs and doing their job is not easy. It's really not easy. It's really not. And you want to make sure that you're confident in yourself because you know what it is too. Like these type of guys, the scammers, these type of guys, they have access to different types of women because there's different type of women that want to come for them. So you got to make sure you're always like packaging yourself. And I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna really tell you guys because this is so important. A lot of women don't understand packaging. Packaging is so important. I'm telling you, you could have $5 in your pocket, just $5. But if you know how to package yourself well, like that girl, I promise you, you're going to get the best guys. The best guys. Because think about it. I always like to use this example in my episodes, and I'm telling you this now again. When you go to a grocery store, right, and you're shopping for a box of cereal, you're shopping for a loaf of bread. You're not going to go for the loaf of bread or the box of cereal that has holes in it, that doesn't look too appealing, even though the packaging inside may be fresh, untouched. But because the packaging has holes in it and it doesn't look really too appealing, you're not going to want to buy the product. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? So you need to understand packaging is really, really important. And that's a lot of things. That's the thing a lot of women miss, packaging. So what do I mean by packaging? Look at the way I look. Packaging, right? If I came on here with one lash on, like, looking crazy, you know what I'm saying? Teeth all messed up, skin all looking all crazy, you're not gonna want to really hear what I have to say. But because I know how to present myself, even if you go on my page, I know how to present myself. You want to hear what I have to say because I know how to package. Packaging is really important. You're understand this. You are a product, right? And I don't mean it in a way where like, oh, money can buy you. I mean it in a real, like, what's the word? I'm looking for a certain word I can't explain. But I mean it in a way, I don't mean it logically, right? You are a product. You're always selling yourself. You're always selling yourself to employers, you're selling yourself to people, to friends, relationships. You're always selling yourself. How do you sell yourself as a woman? I want you to think about that. How do you sell yourself? Do you go outside looking cheap? And what do I mean by cheap? Because most of the time, people like to wear all the see-through things, show their butt, show their cleavage, all these things. That's cheap looking. Look, I'm still fully covered, but I still have a sex appeal. You get what I'm trying to do? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. Get my drift. Like, I'm still giving, I'm saying, little cleavage, but I'm not giving slutty, right? With the long nails, long lashes. You get what I'm trying to say? How do you sell yourself? Because people are always going to judge you by the way you carry yourself. So, how do you carry yourself? Ask yourself that question. A lot of women want a rich man or want a man to take care of them or want a guy to do certain things for them, but they never think about, all right, how do I carry myself? And it's not about wearing a turtleneck. Oh, I'm going to wear a turtleneck. I'm going to wear a long skirt. It's not about that. It's just about playing your position. What role do you want in this movie? Because life is a movie, right? And I'm not saying this is, I'm saying this, I'm not saying this literally. I'm saying this. I want you to really process what I'm saying. Life is a movie. So, what role are you playing in your life? Because all of this shit right now that we're looking at, we're seeing, we're breathing, excuse me, all of the stuff that we're looking at, we're seeing, we're breathing, is all illusion. So, what role are you playing in your life? Are you playing the Debbie Downer, the, oh, whatever comes my way, or I'm a doormat? Or are you playing the, I'm the baddest bee in this building? When I walk in any building, I'm the baddest bee. What? I get exactly what I want. Whatever I want is what I get. Yeah, you're not gonna have every day is not gonna be sunshine. Every day is not gonna be sunshine. You're gonna have days where you feel down, of course, but 90% of the time, how do you present yourself and what role do you play in your life? Why are you stressed? Okay, energy. You see, look, I can't really tell you about energy because energy is something that's within, right? And I'm not. I don't want to like. Honestly, I'd rather you wait for the level up guide to really understand more about energy and changing your energy and things like that. Because I can't really like. It's really hard for me to explain energy because it's more so about you. It's about your perceptions, about your when you know a lot about when you're more knowledgeable, like how they say knowledge is power, knowledge is truly power. Because when you know more about just about how to carry yourself, dressing, hair, makeup, like you're like the way you carry yourself, like your energy will just boost. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, I'm gonna give you a primary example. Like for those who be going through a breakup, right? All right, you know how us women are. You know how we are. When we go through a breakup, we want to stay in the house, we want to cry, we want to be upset, right? But think about it. If you are heartbroken and you put on makeup and you put on your nicest outfit, you're not going to want to cry no more because you spent so much time putting on the makeup. So why would you want to cry your makeup off when you spend an hour doing your makeup and doing your hair? You're going to feel good. That's how you boost your energy. And usually the moments where you don't want to go out is when you meet the next guy. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. Just think about all the times where you didn't want to go out, you force yourself to go out, and then you're like, oh shit, I met this guy, and like I really like him, right? So I'm using that as an example as energy. Sometimes it's not about how you feel, it's about how you make yourself feel. It's about what you do to make yourself feel the way you feel. So what do I mean? Like, okay, if you're feeling sad, like let's say, okay, you feel like you don't have no money or you're struggling with something. Don't look like you're struggling. Like let's say right now, okay, let me leave the whole relationship thing. Let me just say in life in general. Let's say you're struggling financially, you feel like that you don't have enough money to do certain things. Girl, you can look good on a budget. You have clothes, you have a roof over your head, you got water, you got food. Be happy about that because those are the things that people usually take for granted. Now, go in your closet. You got a nice outfit. Put on your nice outfit. Present yourself to the world like the girl that has whatever money she's looking for in her bank account. And I promise you, an opportunity is going to fall in your lap. But when you start drowning yourself in the energy of, damn, I only have $5 in my bank account, or I'm sad and I feel so sad about it, you're going to continuously be broke. But when you dress up, I promise you, you may just dress up and say, you know what, let me just go sit at a bar, or let me go sit at a cafe, just have a coffee, even though you could only afford a $2 coffee. You'll be so surprised that you're sitting there by yourself on your laptop, and then the guy comes up to you and say, "Oh, can I pay for your coffee?" Boom, bingo, jackpot, jack fucking pot. But most people like to dwell in the feeling of sadness. It's so easy to feel sad, but it's so hard to feel happy. So if you know it's easy to feel sad, then why would you not pick happiness? Why would you not want to pick yourself up and feel good? Because it's so easy to just continuously feel sad about your problem. And you know the thing about us women is what you got to understand as a woman is a woman can never really be broke. I'm gonna say the truth. A woman can never really be broke because you know what? Us women, we can make money. Literally, and I'm not talking about selling your body. I'm just saying you can literally get dressed and go outside and have a whole free day. But a man can't do the same. A man could be broke and he could go outside. Nobody's paying for his coffee, nobody's paying for his lunch. But if you know how to package yourself like the $1 million babe that you are, go outside, look good, put on some expensive perfume, make sure your hair is nice and flat iron, and you sit by yourself, I promise you, you sit there long enough, somebody's gonna come to you and say, hey, can I pay for your food? Or can we go talk? Or easy. Boom. And once you get that kind of guy, you already know what to do. Manipulation time. Hello. So that's why like sometimes I don't understand how girls be like, oh, I'm so broke, I'm so broke. Girl, that's a mindset. A woman can never be broke. A woman can never be broke. As long as you breathing, you have tatas, you have babas, and you have PP, not a PP, but you got a cookie, you can never be broke. And I don't mean to sell you a cookie. I just mean I just taught you guys illusion, perception, packaging. You package yourself like that expensive packaging, trust me, you're gonna have an expensive buyer. And you don't have to give your cookie to the expensive buyer if you know how to work illusion and perception. Girl, I've been here. I've been here. Mazi, if you wanna like Mazi, if you like, I don't understand. You don't like what I'm saying, but then you here watching me. Like it's just giving delusional. Like it's giving delulu. It's giving delulu. Like I don't get it. If you enjoy some other creator, go over there. Like what are you here for? Like you, first of all, I acknowledge you. This is the third time I'm acknowledging you, and you're just lucky that I don't want to get up and go and block you because that's too much energy. I don't want to give you that much energy, but it's giving delulu. If you don't like it, go. Period. Like, what are you here for? You talking about some? Oh, watch this now, watch that. Go. It's just that simple. Like like you've been. I've been like watching you comment. I'm ignoring and I'm picking up certain things you're saying. I'm explaining it. I'm even trying to give you the benefit of the doubt. But now it's given. You need to go. You need to go. Immediately go. Immediately next caller. Like go. Period. Anyways, I love you too, girl. I see it, girl. I love you too, girl. Okay. So all right. Now, someone asked the question of how do you attract your dream lifestyle, right? Okay. So now It's crazy because if I could tell you, if I really, I don't want to get too into depth of my life, like personal life, because it's like a lot of things that happen now, like my man giving me the car, giving me a Benz and stuff like that. Like these are things that I've always dreamt of, right? And I feel like it has a lot to do with patience and being a visual person, right? What do I mean? I mean that you have to be okay with where you are right now, right? Because if you think about it, where you are right now, you pray to be where you are right now. So when you start understanding that, okay, you know what? I appreciate where I am today because I once prayed to be here and I know that I can get to the next level. I trust the process. A lot of times we want a dream lifestyle, like whether it be getting married or getting a dream job or getting a dream car or a dream house, but we don't trust the process. There's a lot of things that happen in the process. Character. The process is what builds your character. The process is what gives you the lessons you need to get to where you need to get to so you don't mess it up, right? So you need to be okay with the process. And I think that's the thing that a lot of people like don't understand. You have to enjoy the process. You have to enjoy the lessons that you learn. You have to enjoy that. The moment you start enjoying that is the better it is. And then before you know it, like when you're just comfortable, like not comfortable, but when you're just okay with, all right, well, I have this and I have that, you'll just start little things will start happening and all the things that you ever wanted will start coming to you. If you understand what I'm saying. Don't pee and shit in the house. I already feel like you already shitted somewhere. Thank you for the rose. It's okay to leave a broke guy. Where did you shit? Like this dog shitted somewhere. Guys, I gotta go in like the next like 5-10 minutes because this dog is like, thank you. His name is Bougie. His name is Bougie. Say hi. I love him so much. He's so he's bad. Like he's bad. He need me to take him outside. Come. I don't want him to pee in the studio. Honestly, he I think he already shitted somewhere because he got shit in his butt. I really think he shitted somewhere, and I'm really gonna be mad if he did shit somewhere. But he already got pee in his butt. So yeah, you want like you want. Okay, let me read you guys' comment. Okay, I'm about to go real soon. Okay, how to cut a guy off. You cut a guy off with just being like you just gotta be cold. Like you just gotta like not you gotta not you have to be first of all be okay with your decision. Like, okay, this is what I want. I don't want him anymore. Once you're okay with that decision, you have to start ignoring him. Once you cut hold on, sorry guys. Wait, what? 2022, what's the T? She said, how do I deal with two boyfriends and not get caught? Sweetie, you have to have a timetable. You have to okay, first of all, which one do you really actually like? Who do you really like? 2022, who do you really like? I mean, 22, who do you really like? I don't have a Zelle to go to expensive places. How do I get off of that? I don't understand your question. Thank you. He's spoiled. He's spoiled. He is spoiled. And he's bad. He's spoiled and he's bad. I'm telling you guys, he's bad. I feel like I feel like my husband bought this for me just on purpose because I like he already know I had a dog before, but like he just giving me extra work. Oh, thank you. I didn't even know I had a moderator in here. He's a Lhasa, I think. A Lhasa. He's like 8 weeks now. He's only 8 weeks. He's a baby. He's 8 weeks. He's 8 weeks. I'm just giving him honey. All right, ask your question before I get out of here because I'm about to get out of here. I gotta take him for a walk. I'm getting out of here in like 10 minutes. I'm just trying to distract him because I don't want him to pee in this. I don't want him to pee before we go. Yeah, Tay, where you been at? Tay, people been in here insulting me, coming for me, and I couldn't even see it. I gave the tips of flirting already. Yeah. First of all, Cheyenne, why do you want to grab your ex attention? Your ex is an ex for a reason. You never want to grab an ex attention. Once he's your ex, leave it. I promise you, when you don't care about your ex anymore, he's gonna be more looking for you. But when you try to get your ex attention, no, it's not. It never works out well. I use MFK. I can go get it for you guys. I have two MFK perfumes that my man bought from me when he like traveled. He traveled. He got me like two MFK perfumes. So I use MFK and I use a lot of other different perfumes and I don't know the name as well. I don't really know the name, but they smell really nice and they last long. Thank you for the rose. I'm coming on live probably on Sunday, on either tomorrow or Sunday. But I'm always gonna post it. Like I'm always like I already made a video that I'm always gonna post. So I'm always gonna post when I'm gonna come live. I'm always gonna post it. I'm always gonna post it. So I just need to use this. I need to use this video to post it on YouTube and post it on Apple Podcast, Spotify Podcast, things like that. Go to One Secret Room. Okay, guys. So you can get the High Value Woman audiobook on onesecretroom.com. It helps you be a little delusional. You can get the High Value Woman workbook on onesecretroom.com. Month, but you guys know my situation, so okay. When is the right time to get intimate? When start dating a new guy? Um, it depends on. First of all, it goes with. It's all about your energy, and it depends on. Did he do what? Has he done things for you? Because you don't want to go. Like you don't want to get intimate with a guy that hasn't really done much for you, and oh, he's getting restless. You don't want to go. You don't want to get intimate with a guy that hasn't really done much for you, and and then you get intimate with him, and then all of a sudden he starts changing up. So you need to really, first of all, have in your mind, like, all right, um, what have he done for me, and is it the right time, and are we trying to really date? Like, just you have to really just think about. It's all about timing, to be honest. It's all about timing. It's all about timing. Hold on, he wants to go. Okay, wait, relax. Hold on. All right, guys. So I'm gonna leave you guys on a high note. I'm gonna leave you guys on a high note because if I answer too many questions, it's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave you guys high. So guys, thank you for watching. If you're listening on TikTok, and I'm gonna put this on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll be back, and I'll always tell you guys when I'm gonna go live stream. I gotta take this dog out. I gotta handle my situations because as you can see, he's a little fussy. So I'll be back, guys. I'll see you later.